be bestowing the highest honor that the city of Miami has on President Lech Walesa. Born on September 29th, 1943, in Papowo, Poland, served in the Army for 2 years and was employed in the Gdańsk shipyards as an electrician. In December of 1970, there was a clash between the workers and government. He was one of the leaders of the shipyard workers. In 1978, Lech, as he was known, along with a group of activists, organized free non-communist trade unions and took part in many actions on the seacoast. He was under surveillance by state security and detained frequently. In August of 1980, he led the Gdańsk shipyard strike, which gave rise to a wave of strikes over large portions of the country. Lech Walesa was seen as their leader. He made primary demands for workers' rights. Authorities were forced to give up and to negotiate with Walesa, and therefore the Gdańsk agreements of August 31st, 1980 were signed. This agreement gave the workers the right to strike and to organize their own independent union. On September 1981, Lech was elected Solidarity Chairman at the first National Solidarity Congress in Gdańsk. On October 1983, it was announced that Lech was receiving the Nobel Peace Prize. Economic conditions worsened, forcing the Jaruzelski regime to negotiate with Walesa and his Solidarity colleagues. The result was the holding of parliamentary elections, which led to the establishment of a non-communist government. Today, I am honored to be in the presence of President Walesa. President Walesa saw firsthand and related to me upstairs the toxicity of communism, which promises to make everyone the same, but only succeeds in making everyone equally miserable. We know that the only equality communism and socialism brings is the equality of poverty, equality of oppression, and equality of despair. In Miami, many of us form a community that has fled communism, and we share the same desire as you to build a free and prosperous society. It's no secret that a large portion of South Florida's population, whether Cuban, Venezuelan, Nicaraguan, and many more, through this hemisphere, have fled socialist governments in the pursuit of financial freedom and the freedom of expression. Your work building a free Polish society has inspired new generations of leaders such as myself to build upon your vision of a more democratic and peaceful society. Our democracies continue to be challenged and undermined. So we must always have top of mind the true nature of socialism and communism, so the atrocities these regimes commit never happen again. We must work to build a world that triumphs through freedom, democracy, and innovation. Upon being raised in a household where public service was a cornerstone value, I almost had no choice but to embark on my own journey as a public servant. Seeing my dad serve for 8 years showed me the nobility of the profession of being a public servant. And in today's leaders, one can argue that that is something that is unfortunately gradually being lost. So there is a sense of responsibility to try to bring that back to the extent that we can. I have spent 12 years of my life devoted to that purpose. Being a son of 2 Cuban parents who had to flee their own country, taught me viscerally and personally the destructive force of socialism and communism. And so today, Mr. President, we give to you not only the key to our city, but more importantly, the key to our heart. Your presence is a testament to freedom, the human freedom that thirsts to live in every heart. That is shared from Gannats to Miami. Your presence is a witness to truth, the eternal truth of who we are, what we seek, and who we are called to be. That our dignity and our rights are given by God alone, not a government or a state. And your presence is a living reminder of the power of courage that every generation carries the responsibility to protect freedom, uphold dignity, live in truth, advance justice, speak out against oppression, so as to pass this on to the next generation. And before I call you up, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Consul General of Taiwan and their struggle for the same values and the same freedom and their strategic importance to our country based on a sense of shared values, which hopefully our country, as we discussed upstairs, will have the courage to protect. We are a city of freedom, and you are a true champion of freedom. Welcome to Miami. Welcome to our family. Welcome to your home. Please come on. Please come on. No house cleaning. No housekeeping. Come on up. Let's take a picture here. Before you change your mind.
Panie burmistrzu, szanowni państwo.
Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen,
Jak wiecie, jestem od urodzenia rewolucjonistą.
as you know, ever since I came to this world, I've been a revolutionary.
Wydawało mi się, że nie dam się nigdy niczym zaskoczyć. Wydawało mi się, że nie dam się niczym zaskoczyć.
I thought I'd never be surprised by anything,
A wy mnie zaskoczyliście.
but you surprised me.
Ja przyjechałem na robocze spotkania na tym terenie.
Because I came to the city for working sessions.
Chciałem zachęcać Stany Zjednoczone, by wzięły odpowiedzialność za świat.
I wanted to participate in meetings in which I would encourage the United States to take responsibility for the world.
Chciałem mówić o Ukrainie, o Rosji.
I was going to be speaking about Ukraine and Russia.
Chciałem do Kubańczyków mówić i zachęcać ich do szybszej walki, bo chcę być na defiladzie.
And I wanted to come and meet the Cubans again to encourage them to work faster toward freedom because I really want to attend their victory parade.
Nie przypuszczałem, że powinienem być w garniturze ubrany na tę wielką uroczystość.
I didn't expect to be in a setting where I was expected to wear a suit for this great occasion.
Więc nie obrażajcie się, że nie jestem w odpowiednim stroju.
So please don't be offended by the way I am dressed today.
Poprawię się, kiedy będzie już wolna Kuba.
But I will put on a suit when Cuba is free.
Szanowni państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
jako rewolucjonista uważam, że zmieniają się w tym teraz czasie epoki.
as a revolutionary, I see that as we speak,
epoki-
epochs are changing.
Z epoki państw, krajów, bloków przechodzimy na globalizację.
The times are changing from an era in which there were countries to an era in which there is globalization.
Ale ktoś musi przeprowadzić nas do tego momentu.
But somebody has to lead us through that transition.
Ktoś musi programy przygotować,
Somebody
struktury.
needs to prepare organizational programs or reform programs for the issues.
Więc dziś potrzeba jest innej roli Stanów Zjednoczonych.
And today America needs to play a different role than before.
Nie dolary, nie załatwia sprawy za świat.
It's not about just granting dollars and doing things for other people.
Organizować programy i ludzi, by rozwiązywali te problemy.
America should organize international programs that would solve other people's problems.
Kiedy się kończą epoki, pozostały dwie koncepcje ułożenia świata.
Two concepts of how to order the world remain.
Jedna demokratyczna, pokojowa.
One concept on how to organize things is peaceful and democratic.
Przez Unię, przez NATO, przez ONZ.
Through the European Union, NATO and the United Nations.
I stara koncepcja typu Rosja, Chiny.
And then there is this old concept that is promoted by Russia and China.
Militarna, bandycka.
By using military and bandit ways.
I świat musi się przygotować do tej nowej koncepcji, by tamta koncepcja odeszła w przeszłość.
The world has to prepare in order to cast away this other military way.
Tragedią jest to, że Stany nie przewodzą dziś świata.
The tragedy is that America isn't the leader of the world right now.
Potrzeba jest takich wspaniałych ludzi jak wasz burmistrz.
The U.S. needs great people like your mayor.
Ja chwilę z nim rozmawiałem. Z panem burmistrzem.
I spoke with him briefly before we came in.
I tacy ludzie powinni nas prowadzić.
And I'm telling you, such people should lead us.
I obiecałem, że będę głosował na pana burmistrza, na prezydenta przyszłego Stanów Zjednoczonych.
And I said I would vote for him as the next president of the United States.
Jak wiecie, Trumpowi przewidziałem i został prezydentem.
But I spoke with one of the previous presidents and I told him he would become president and it happened.
Zaprosił mnie na spotkanie przed tym. I ja mówię do niego, Panie, ja elektryk byłem prezydentem państwa, a pan nie może być prezydentem?
I told them, to jest, mówimy o kim?
Trump.
O Trumpie. So I had a meeting with Trump before the elections, and I told him, look, I became president,
I
so you
został
could too.
I został prezydentem.
And he did become.
Ale ja nie byłem z tego zadowolony.
But I wasn't so pleased.
Ale tu będzie inaczej, tu będę zadowolony.
But the way he'll do it, it's going to be much better.
Jeszcze raz dziękuję za wyróżnienie. Jeszcze
So-
raz dziękuję za wyróżnienie.
Once again, thank you very much for receiving me here.
Thank you very much. In the name of all the Cubans and all the free people. Oh. What I'm saying is, see, it is an honor to have you here. And as our mayor clearly stated, everything that you did, the history and your fight against oppression and communism. The only thing that I have to say, in the name of all the freedom-loving people, dziękuję. Thank you very much.